Hey, I'm Bishop Donald E. Battle. I served in the great United States Army from 1972. A little distance between that, I got out in 75 and went back in and served until 1978. I served from 1972 to 1975 in a place called Baumholder, Germany. I was a military police there in Ida Oberstein. It was a great time of my life, and the military police experience was awesome, which led to me eventually becoming a police officer in the city of Atlanta as well as a detective after that. So it was a great time. I love serving this country. I was one of the proudest things I can think of. The Army gave me everything. When I was young, I joined the Army at 17. I wasn't drafted. All the guys around me was being drafted, which caused me a lot of headaches and training because they couldn't believe that I had joined. But I joined, and I was able to come out of the city and it became a man. I thank God for my time as serving the United States Army, and I'm proud. I'm proud that I served. I was a Vietnam era veteran, which means that I was serving during the time of Vietnam. I can't think of nothing better for a young person to do. If you're not going to college, then I suggest you enlist. And it changed my life. It means everything to me, and I still love it. The question is, would I do it all over again? Yes. I think it was the greatest. I think if I had stayed home, because I wasn't going to college, I wasn't, and I'm seeing a lot more young men say now they don't go into the service, and I question that. I think it's becoming less and less veterans. I think, because when I grew up, you guys was being drafted, so most of my community was coming back, and so veteran was plentiful. Then you had World War II veterans and all that. Now it's starting to become a lot less. I would do it all over again.
My name is Hannibal William Jones. I grew up in Mississippi. I was the second of 14 children. It was 11 boys and 3 girls. Most of the boys worked in the fields as they got old enough to work in the fields. The girls assisted mom in the cooking and cleaning in the house. I had 2 tours of duty in Vietnam. The first tour of duty was strictly working with a team that was training the Vietnamese Southern soldiers because the French had moved back to their country and American troops went over to assist them to get trained and familiar with the type of missiles and stuff that we had supplied them with. The second tour, after I came back to the United States and had a tour in Germany, I went over on a regular tour back to Vietnam, to where I was on a team and teach them how to operate, go on maneuver, what you call locate and destroy enemies which had infiltrated to come south of Saigon and the Delta, because we were down in the Mekong Delta. Yes, I would do it all over again because it afforded me opportunities. I got to see countries that I would not ever seen, because growing up in Mississippi and growing up on a cotton field, for me, and I looked at it, if I hadn't been in the military, I wouldn't get to see these other countries.
I am Colonel Retired Harriet Lewis Staten. I served in the military for 24 years. My first duty station was Fort Bragg, North Carolina, where I served as a platoon leader. I later went to Germany, where I served as a headquarters and headquarters commander. From Germany, I came to Fort Gillem, which was in Forest Park, where I served in the capacity as an active component advisor to a reserve component unit. After that time, I switched over from the regular Army to the Active Guard Reserve. and was selected to teach Reserve Officer Training Corps at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. From there, I came back to Atlanta to Fort McPherson, where I served as a training officer. Although I'm a logistics officer, I served as a training officer. From there, I was selected to be the executive officer to the Deputy Commanding General of the Army Reserve Command. That's where I culminated or retired as a colonel. What it means to be a veteran to me is to not only have served my country, but to also have served my family. And when I say serve my family, it afforded me the opportunity to be able to basically take care of my family and provide support for my family that I might not otherwise have been able to do. Absolutely, I would do it all over again. One of the things of having served in the military was establishing relationships, lifelong relationships with people and making friends. I'm in an organization called the National Association of Black Military Women, which seeks to capture the history and accomplishments of African American women in the military.